Hey guys, it is NCSFan001 here. It's time for another one of those trophy list analysis videos. Today's game is Far Cry 6, which is probably the game I was the most excited about in total this year. I mean, I'm definitely kind of excited about like Battlefield 2042, and I don't have a PS5, so couldn't get excited about some of those games. But I am very, very ready to be playing Far Cry 6. This game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I love the franchise. And I've also finished the Platinum 100% in all the previous Far Cry games, so I got to keep that streak going, you know? So Far Cry 6 contains a total of 54 trophies worth 1,320 points. 1 platinum, 2 golds, 5 silvers, and 46 bronzes. So let's take a look at the list. So we're going to start out here with what appears to be our story-related trophies, as well as our platinum, which is called Conquistador, unlock all trophies. Yo soy Danny Rojas, select Danny's look, solo campaign only, bronze trophy, so it's our first bronze. My assumption is that with this whole solo campaign only thing, my assumption is that it's going to be like the other Far Cry games, where that means that either you have to be playing solo, or if you're playing in co-op, it might still unlock for the host, but not for the second player. So you're going to definitely have to do a lot of the stuff in this game solo. Hidden in plain sight, this is a silver trophy. Find your way to Miami. So I guess that's part of the story, like leaving the country for a little while. Because I think it's based off of Cuba. Cutting foreign ties, back to bronze trophies here. Recruit the Legends of 67 and La Morale, presumably story-related trophies. Montero Justicia, recruit the Monteros. Voz del Pueblo, recruit Maximus Matanzas. I greatly apologize if I butcher any names here, because I did not take Spanish in school. I took French. Long story there. Viva la Revolucion! Take back Yara. So that is presumably the trophy for completing the main story. So not a whole lot of story-related trophies as best I can tell, but that's not overly abnormal for Far Cry. Now we start to get into the miscellaneous trophies. Ninjarilla. This is for capturing an FND base without being detected. This one is solo campaign only. So that's your typical, presumably that is your typical take an outpost without being detected trophy that's in like every Far Cry game. And as long as you're allowed to reset outposts, that shouldn't be a problem. Codependent. Capture an FND base with a co-op partner. That is the only specific co-op trophy in the game, but there are other trophies that may be online based, so we will get to those a little bit later. Liberty, our other gold trophy. Capture all FND bases. This one is another solo campaign only, so that's presumably take all the outposts. That's not really anything abnormal. Finders Keepers, this is back to bronze trophies. Return 3 FND resource vehicles in mint condition. I think there was something like that you could do with Far Cry New Dawn, but I could be wrong on that, but that doesn't seem too terribly difficult. Check it out. Capture 10 checkpoints, solo campaign only. So presumably these are going to be like smaller outposts, maybe a little bit like the checkpoints that were in Far Cry 2, but hopefully they don't, respawn enemies every 5 seconds like the ones in Far Cry 2. Friendly Skies, a silver trophy. Blow up 16 anti-aircraft cannons. That's a very random number for a very random trophy. It's also solo campaign only. I can't imagine it's going to be that hard unless it's like somehow missable. I very highly doubt that though. It's Raining Treasure, back to bronzes. Intercept 10 military supply drops, solo only. Presumably this is going to be a lot like taking the Highwayman stash in Far Cry New Dawn, except you have to take 10 of them this time. Undying Tradition. Complete the Yaren story, Triada Blessings. Presumably that is either a story-related trophy or a side mission series. Top of the pecking order. Win a cockfighting match. I think you get some kind of chicken or rooster as one of your, amigos, guns for hire type characters in this game. So I assume it has something to do with that. Speed Racer, complete 3 Gran Premios. So it just says complete 3, presumably races. I guess that means you don't actually have to win them, which is good. Beginner's Luck, win a game of dominoes. Seems simple enough. I mean, I did it multiple times back in Red Dead 2, but that was also like 4 years ago or 3 years ago. Overheated, complete a special operation. We're actually going to come back to talk about this trophy a little bit later because I believe it's a bit of a different case. Alpha Gorilla, successfully complete 5 Bandito operations. As best I can tell, the Bandito operations are some kind of very late game activity. Maybe doesn't come up until after you either beat the game or get very close to beating the game. Road Rage, perform a vehicle machete kill from a horse. That should be fairly simple. Now we got a few silver trophies here. Armed to the Teeth, collect 49 unique weapons. I don't know if there's exactly 49 weapons in the game. There might be more, there might be less. But that's probably not too terribly difficult as long as you have like a guide or something. Hogar Dolce Hogar. Hopefully again that I didn't butcher that. Fully upgrade one camp facility at any gorilla camp. That should be fairly easy. That's another Far Cry New Dawn sort of reference. I gotta say, the trophy list definitely takes some, I guess you could say, ideas from Far Cry New Dawn's list and gameplay, which to me is a good thing personally because I actually really liked New Dawn. A lot of people didn't though, so I hope that's not going to turn people away from this game. Backpacking. Acquire every Supremo in Yara. I have no idea what that is because that's not what the Guns for Hire system is. The Guns for Hire system, I believe, are called Amigos. So not sure what that trophy's all about. Fry Cry. Purchase 15 meals. I don't know if that's a collectible type or if that's just like something that you can do throughout the game. I don't really know anything about that one. That's my jam, and that's puzzling. Find 15 USB sticks and find 15 cryptogramma chests. These are all bronze, by the way. Those are collectible trophies, quite obviously, so nothing really to worry about there. That's probably not all the collectibles in the game, because I think New Dawn and Far Cry 2 are the only ones that make you find every single collectible, which is good. Car Cry, collect all 4 rides. So that seems a little bit weird. I guarantee you there's more than 4 vehicles in the game, but maybe there's just like 4 that you can specifically own and use whenever. That's my assumption for that, but it basically seems like another collectible. Recruiter, find all roosters. That is presumably another collectible trophy. Loyal Army, recruit 5 amigos. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that is our Guns for Hire system this time around. At Can I Pet the Croc, or Can You Pet the Croc, my bad. This is for petting Guapo the Croco, the crocodile. You pet him. Pretty good trophy, gotta say. Strutting his stuff. Equip Chikaron with the Mother Clucker outfit. That's what I was talking about earlier with that cockfighting trophy. Presumably we get some kind of chicken or rooster as one of our amigos, and we can make him wear a special outfit and then go fight in it. Secret weapon. Distract 10 soldiers with Chorizo. I'm 99.9% sure that Chorizo is the dog follower. Heated conflict. Take out 10 soldiers with active heat. Presumably that means kill 10 enemies while you're being, pursued and you have your alert, wanted level, whatever you want to call it. Jalson Brody. Take out a shark with an explosion. Seems simple enough as long as you have some explosives. Sophisticated. Catch 10 fish. It doesn't say it has to be 10 unique fish, just 10 total fish. So that should be very easy. Outdated tech. Take out a soldier by sabotaging an alarm. So it looks like in this game you're going to actually be able to sabotage the alarms and maybe make them kill someone or just knock them unconscious or something instead of just knocking them out entirely, which is going to add an extra level to gameplay. Oh, no you don't. Take out 3 insurgent leaders. I don't really know what this one's going to be because technically insurgents, aren't they supposed to be the rebellion, the rebels? So I don't really know what that trophy is. Not so special. Take out 10 special forces soldiers. Presumably that's going to be like the elite enemies in New Dawn that had like bigger health bars and stuff. That's my assumption for that. Not so tough. Disable and hijack a tank using an EMP device. Should be pretty simple. Ultimate Predator. Hunt all mythical animals. This is another solo campaign trophy. We haven't had any in a little while. That should be fairly easy as long as there's a guide for it. That's basically just another collectible type. Slip sliding away. Slide 200 meters at once. It doesn't say if it has to be done in a vehicle or on foot, though. Hit and run. Run over 10 soldiers in a vehicle. Simple enough. Didn't see that coming. Use a security control center to disable all cameras and alarms. Presumably that is an outpost-specific trophy. So that must mean it's going to be a little bit, Watch Dogs-y, to where you can actually have to deal with cameras and alarms, and you can disable all of them together, which would be kind of cool. Death from above. Take out a soldier from 50 meters above them. That one could be a little bit tricky because there was a trophy sort of like that in Far Cry 3, or I think it was actually a prerequisite for one of the skills or something, and there wasn't really a very good place to do it except during one of the later story missions, so hopefully that's not too terribly difficult. Toxic influence. Have poisoned soldiers kill 5 other enemies. Should be fairly simple. Fashionista. Equip a full matching gear set. Should be very easy. Do it yourself. Install every mod on a single resolver weapon. That should be very easy. Glamping. Build one of each camp facility. Solo campaign only. That should be easy enough. Furiously fast. Have 10 parts installed on a ride. That should also be quite easy. Glorious Leader. Reach the rank of Commandant. I really hope that this is something that's going to come from doing resistance activities in the story and not something to do with the multiplayer. That's my hope, but I have been wrong before, so hopefully that is a single-player thing. And finally, we have the remaining Special Operations trophies. Stay cool. Complete any special operation without exceeding 50% on the PG-240X's temperature meter. Hidden Cache. Locate a stash of hidden moneda in any special operation. And finally, we have Termination Phase. Free 30 hostages during a Lola's Informants Challenge in any special operation. From what I can gather, Special Operations is something online related, but I don't really have a whole lot of information about it, even just through Googling. So I don't have that much of an idea of what you're going to have to do in these. So it could be harder, it could be easier, but you do know that if it has any sort of competitive multiplayer portion, you would obviously be able to boost it. I don't think it does, though, as best I can tell. So overall, this is a fairly typical Far Cry list. I feel like this is the most trophies in a Far Cry base game ever. But the trophy list looks very simple. It's a lot of, beat the story, take all the outposts, do a small percentage of every action, of each type of action in the game, do some miscellaneous trophies. I am disappointed that there is no trophy for killing an enemy from like 100 meters away with a bow headshot that there has been in like every game since Far Cry 3. So, not sure why that's not in the game. That's kind of weird that it's not. So, anyway, the game releases on October 7th, 2021, so that'll be in just a couple of days, depending on what day this video goes up. It'll be a definite day one purchase for me. I'm going to give the preliminary trophy list an approximately 3 out of 10. I don't see anything particularly difficult here unless this whole special operations thing is really brutal, which I can't imagine it being because Far Cry games are not hard to get the Platinum Trophy in. They never really have been. Even Far Cry 2, well, I mean, Far Cry 2 nowadays because you can self-boost like 90% of the multiplayer. But the modern Far Cry games are never difficult, so at least a Platinum. I can't imagine that this one's going to be any different. There's no difficulty-related trophies to worry about. There's probably not any missable trophies. So this should be a relatively easy overall Platinum Trophy. I have heard, though, that this game is a lot bigger, like the world's a lot bigger, so this might be like a 30 to 40 hour Platinum instead of the typical 25, 30, maybe 35 hours. So we're going to say 30 to 40 hours, but it might be less than that because, I might be over-exaggerating a little bit. Do note, though, that this game is almost certainly going to receive DLC trophies because there is already a Season Pass for sale. I mean, I'm getting it because I bought the special edition of the game. And it's going to have at least 3 major DLC packs, one for each of the last 3 villains in the franchise. So there's definitely going to be DLC with DLC trophies. And there's also most likely going to be some sort of New Game Plus higher difficulty trophy that virtually every major game does these days. So, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. Far Cry 6, like I said, drops on October 7th, and I can't wait to play. So, see you guys back here soon for another video.